Finished, are you? And what can I do for you? It's rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. Is it business or pleasure? Well, you won't hear me. The only drawback, still. Watch yourself out there.
Clive! You're back! You didn't happen to run out of potions while you're away, did you? We've a fine selection of tonics and tinctures. Or perhaps you'd be interested in some new accoutrement. Gear.
Okay, yeah. What's that for you, dear? Not bad, if I do say so myself. Anything else?
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the Tavern Crown for me.
Word of your...
No one seems any news while...
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army.
Understood.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons. I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission?
One might say the same of you.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, could it be that you... Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely, well, mostly arm. But the real... Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dhalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. Now,
Even.
return this volume to old tomes in the shelf.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Lady Tyre is performing a delicate operation and must not be disturbed. I'll let her know you...
Escape from the slave markets? How'd you manage that?
I had some help, but it was mostly luck. The others weren't so lucky.
Clive, is everything all right?
Oh, Tone said the hideaway is built inside an airship.
Lawsman Harper.
Now that is a welcome home.
I believe this belongs to you.
already. Our resident scholar devours book. Would that I could do that said, but without...
Please.
I fear it is not more. Mayhap...
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind.
Not too tired. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the move.
Hush now.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little. The loss of their parents, Titan took, and the wounds that...
Which is why we must give them all the time.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you...
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Not back a blink, and you're already off solving everyone's... It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so what it was like to be myself.
The scalpel did... Ah, before I forget...
Not to stole us.
And then you get some rest.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
I don't know. Perhaps I should just have plans.
Have you been to the toll? I hear any ship.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does.
To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well. What would make Martha leave the rest?
Something has happened to Martha. We need to...
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was somewhere in the middle of it all. Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, they've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne. I know it sounds like the bastards of... Naturally. Oh.
And now she's missing. She's fallen into the hands...
A couple of curse breakers are already on their way to... They should help speed up the search.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
If you need volunteers, just say the word.
Clive. Sid. Cole and his men left earlier. I can have another party ready, if you deem it necessary.
Clive. Is everything all right?
Welcome back, Sid.
That, aside from the whole... The lake water doesn't agree. That's one way of putting it. That slurry will keep eating, assuming we act.
Yep. Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only...
Well, to make pitch, now. And it just...
Sounds easier than...
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
I'm sorry, Sid. We were too late. The Imperials have already left.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to physical.
Sid? I trust you don't mind. And it appears he was...
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like Martha tried to step in and...
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwood.
To the Abbey, sheltering
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do... Easier than felling a forest, I said. The trees don't have teeth. I can't imagine Obolus needing any more than this. Time to... Tom.
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Martha.
The boy from the garage must still be nearby.
How do?
Thanks very much. There you go. Much obliged. That all, is it?
Oi, look sharp! Hey, good to see you, Sid. The soldiers who did this are long gone.
If those horses touch an arrow on Martha's head.
Look. Up ahead. Martha.
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you.
Tell us
what happened. The damn...
The Black Shield.
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. Them poor souls turned on...
Then, Martha.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Black Shield. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire. Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
Off.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offence.
And
for their crimes shall they be punished. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our sword.
How dare you speak?
Clive.
This won't take. It's over. Is that all of them?
I think so. I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The Cullings. Rosaria will never be saved. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid. And tell her this wasn't her fault.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms. Fighting for those who...
Martha said they rose from their...
I've gathered the bearers' remains.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix Jump. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get some...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
didn't see that coming. That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they... Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. God, it should have been me. This...
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages, and I assumed it was all just nothing but a ghost.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her action.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude... Oh, he asked me to tell you...
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish. No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers. What in the world is going on?
If you don't mind, Sid, I'd like to stay here with Martha. Just until she finds someone to guard the rest, that is.
Arthur's a stout soul, all right. Anyone else would be out cold after what she's been through.
best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Try not to move.
Oi! You handy with the... Of course you are. But now, question is, are you willing to use it or...
Chocobos?
You heard me right. And not just any chocobos. Whiteheart and her flock.
Chocobos?
It's true. Well, go on, then.
All right.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all... And don't worry.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds, looks like they went that way. These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh.
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you. All right, then. You're safe now. White Hart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, well, you sorted the bastards then. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
what is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing... Oh, stay right where you are. Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old White Hart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, White Hart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Away. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Where's Gav?
Finish with that log so we can...
Well? Find is one way.
Ugh! Reeks like a chocobo's arse. Well, I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he's...
Argo? So your boat has a name?
Yeah. So... Yeah, Sid. How is it I never... see you on the phone?
Gav should be back by now.
I hear there's trouble.
But none of the curse breakers have returned.
Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath, near Ironhome. Drake's Fang, in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine, in Waloed. And Drake's Tail, here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Is it business or pleasure? You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
What do you need? Nah. You, because I haven't. Still. What do you want? Don't waste my time. You ain't got the stuff. And?
Chocobo, chocobo, why can't you fly? What good are your wings if you can't reach the sky? Flap harder, says bluebird, flap harder, says crow. Flap harder or into the oven you go! Chocobo, chocobo, why can't you fly?
Won't be long now, Martel. Sid,
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just...
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble. I took it, and not only...
Impressive.
I thought you couldn't take them some, could you?
It'll be nice.
Oh, She always had a soft spot for that lot. Here you go, Mark. You hear that, Martel? Did...
This tongue here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it weak. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, though.
It's not the...
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like still. Would explain Blackthorn's foul mood. All that pounding must be splitting his skull. And you say Sid built this place?
Perhaps they're old enough for the sins of Zemeckis.
Dress is simply fabulous. In it, though. All the ladies in the Dominion are wearing it.
Go on. Eat up. You won't grow fat pecking at hay.
There was a time I only had eyes for Otto. But then I saw the light, and his name is Cold.
They say removing a brand is almost as painful as getting one.
Once the Dalmecs have laid siege to the Dominion, very little will be leaving Twinside, including the many medicines.
What's the matter? The hunt book? It's where the curse... Just because they can't be dealt with... Right. The people of Alastia are the last thing they need, and perhaps I can. I don't think so.
So Mather's all right.
Yeah. Here for another of my lectures? My beloved home. Or at least... one would think. I admit... a far more... Allow me to educate you. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
You two look like...
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Of course she...
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when...
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud and right. Them old apples were enough to curdle your guts.
A gift from the backyard.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab 'em right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Well, you can leave the...
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards. The Cursebreakers sent their thanks. They were clearly very fond.
They remembered her. I suppose she was very kind. Even to a tongue-tied she put everything into. When she died, I named...
And through you. By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same track?
This isn't the first time I've seen one of these. Perhaps I can use them as waymarks.
Let's go. Come on.
enough of you, are there? Straight home now.
Ready, go?
Yeah! Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn wouldn't...
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise.
Of course, your lordship.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely...
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the Millers?
I ain't got much, but what's mine is yours, for a price. Much obliged. Keep to the roads now.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be done. It's a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
We're going hunting for outlaws.
There was a time my husband might have stood up to those men. Though back then, they wouldn't have needed to.
Word is, Port Isolde's closed her gates to all but the Highborn, and now a great camp sprung up along the walls.
You seen them, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them? At least I think there was a Black Shields.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the... If only we were.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know.
How'd you get it?
But we need to find out.
What did those knights want, Father?
I told you to stay in the house. Go on.
Greetings, friend.
I know that.
We couldn't help no...
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Fly, Ambrosia.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the Apodatory, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
Safe. Faster!
more of my mother's men. Straight home now.